Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Candy. This is my first time ever recording in front of a camera for YouTube, my face. So I am a bit nervous, but today I want to talk about my favorite, well, not my favorite, but my top favorite baby names, unique top favorite baby names, because I don't know, it's the thing at the moment, everyone's doing it, so why not do mine, you know? And I think I've got something a bit different to everyone else instead of the same usual stuff. So I do have a 1-year-old son, and his name is Harrison Riley John. My husband chose the name Harrison, and I chose Riley as my nana's maiden name. And John as well. It's a family name passed down through his grandfathers. So that's how we got my son's name. So I am obsessed with baby names. Like, my phone is full of names. If I hear it, I write it down. If I think of a song or I hear a song, I jot like words down from a song and I think, oh, you know, that would be a really good name. So I have that passion. So I ended up making my own Instagram page quite a while ago called Baby Name Enthusiast. And I've got like heaps and heaps of names on there. Some you might think bizarre, some you might like, some you might be inspired by. Yeah. So that's just a little bit of a hobby of mine amongst all my hobbies. So let's get started on the video then. So I'm going to do 5 boys, 5 girls. I don't know. Actually, I might do 6 boys, 6 girls. I have a lot I want to share. So my first one is Kingston. I love the name Kingston. I tell everyone, like, Kingston. There's just something about it. You don't hear it that often. It is starting to rise up in popularity. But I love it. I love it so much. I can just see that fitting in with my little family. I'm sorry guys, I'm just cracking up. I'm trying to get comfortable in front of the camera. I'm sure I will over time. Hopefully. I'm sorry. I hope you guys love me, because I know I'll probably love yous and I'll want to hear your feedback about everything I'm saying. So the next one I want to get on with is in the girl names, and it's Harmony. I know I've researched this one and not a lot of people like it. And then there's a certain percentage that do, because they, you know, see it as something dainty and beautiful and precious, and that's how I see it. Like, if I had my first, like, I've only got the one son, so if I had my first, you know, little beautiful girl, I'd look at her and I'd be like, you know what? She is so stunning to me that she's my little bit of harmony, you know? You might think differently, but that's something I'm pushing for as well. I do like a lot of names start with H. It's not meant to be like that. I wasn't like that, but since I had my son, it just happened to be that way. I like a lot of names that start with H. So I don't know if people will kind of make fun of, oh, you know, she's got all the kids start with H. That's a bit weird. She's obsessed with H's, but you know, you like what you like. Number 2 for my boy, Hezekiah. So this is a biblical name, and I love a lot of biblical names, and some are pretty cool, like Hezekiah, you know. And one other biblical name that's really popular right now is Ezra. I don't think a lot of people know if that's a biblical name, but it is. But how cool is that, Hezekiah? And I can nickname him Hezzy. I really like that one too. Okay, so the next one. Now, I got this from the movie Whip It. I don't know if any of you have seen it. It's got Drew Barrymore in it and that other actor from Juno. But the main character's name is Bliss. And when I heard that, I fell in love with it. Like, how gorgeous is that, the name Bliss? Not a lot of people would like that. You don't hear it very often. I think it's gorgeous. A couple of years ago, I probably wouldn't have liked it, but I can understand now that I'm a bit older how someone could like that for their little girl. So bliss. So the next one is Jeremiah, and this one is also a biblical name. I think it's really cool. I don't like the fact that he would get the nickname Jerry or Jeremy. I suppose you'll find your own nickname for him in amongst that. But yeah, so Jeremy. No, Jeremiah. See what I mean, guys? I'm just a ball of nerves, but I'm having fun. Are you having fun? I'm having fun. Okay, so the next one for my girl is Arabella. Like, Arabella, like that is so pretty. And I love the nickname Bella. Like, because Bella, I think in Italian means like beautiful. But I did research Arabella, and it's Dutch. And I'm part Dutch. My mum's Dutch. So I thought that would be really nice to tie in with my heritage a bit. And it's just the way like you see it in like running writing or cursive writing, as some people say. It would just look so pretty with, like, you know, the A and the double L, and like A's of names starting with A is really in right now. Don't know what it is, but yeah, Arabella. So this is my nephew's name, and honestly I never ever heard this name before until my brother named him. And Ryland, R-Y-L-A-N-D, Ryland. I never heard that before, have you? I thought that was a really nice, strong name for a little boy. So, yeah, and he's a really sweet little boy, my nephew. So, I have fond memories of the name Ryland. So, the next one is quite controversial. A lot of people like it, but it's a flower name, and it's Poppy. Poppy. How gorgeous is Poppy? So boho, so cute. I can just imagine like a little girl with the name Poppy. But at the same time, my dad, he would be called Poppy. He is a Poppy. So it is a bit weird if I ever used that, because that's a lot of confusion, I reckon anyway. Yeah, so Poppy. And then for a boy, Elliot. So E-L-L-I-O-T or double T. You don't hear that one much either anymore. But I reckon you can bring that back into fashion with all the A's and E's that are coming back into fashion. So yeah, Elliot. My next one is Delilah. I love this name, Delilah. I know I love a lot of the girls' names. They're also... Sorry guys, my camera turned itself off then. So I think what I was saying was I love all the girl names. They're so girly and pretty. That's just the inner feminine side of myself. But yeah, Delilah. My mum makes a lot of jokes about the name. I think it was like a Tom... what's his name? I can't remember his name now. Going all fuzzy. Oh, Tom Jones, I think. It was like a Tom Jones song, My Delilah. And I think that's, you know, from my mum's generation, they remember those kinds of songs and they think, oh. But with this generation today, I mean, you can get away with it. So I really thought that was pretty. And, you know, if you want a nickname, Lila, like how pretty is that, Lila? All these L's, love it. So the next one for a boy is Tide. So T-Y-D-E. If you're kind of that kind of family, you like those kind of beachy, boho, nature names, Tide. Yeah, I can't remember where I saw this one, but I really did like this one. Don't know if I could get away with it, like using it, but I really like that. maybe for a middle name if I ever had another son. Yeah, so tied. The last one I just discovered recently. So this is a girl's name. And I know how I mentioned before, I love all those 70s, 80s music. Classic, beautiful music, real music. There was one from Hall & Oates. They made a lot of like hits in that era. And one of their songs was Camellia, or yeah, Camellia. Camellia? I can't remember. It depends how you pronounce it, I suppose. But it's a flower name as well. And I thought that was gorgeous. I don't know if it's too old-fashioned. So I'm kind of like, do I not? If I ever had girl, don't know. But I did like that name. And once again, it's got the L's in it. The first part of it, I don't particularly like the camel. It's like spelt like camel, C-A-M-E-L. No offense to anyone out there, by the way, if you have these names. Like, I love these names. That's why I'm making this. But there's just parts of them that you kind of think, oh, you know, would they get made fun of at school? And that's the last thing you ever want for your child. So, but what, Camellia? Tell me what you think about it. So, that's the end of my first video. Probably act like such a Wally. I am what I am, and if you want more videos from me on a specific topic, whether it's more baby names or like my flower, I've been making these flower things lately, arrangements. A lot of people want to know how I've made them. I did make a video on that, so I don't know if you want more videos and just get to know who I am. Send me a message.